So guys, welcome back to another video. This is another Jomboy reaction, and it's a short one, but you guys seem to be loving these sort of mini reactions that I've been doing. And this one is Ump calls a pitch right down the middle, a ball, a breakdown. And I'm assuming this is just another sort of video of umpires being inconsistent with the decisions, and it's going to be infuriating for the team that decision goes against, right? And it's just going to be interesting to see how poor this call really was, because again, the inconsistencies in like officiating and like umping in sports is the most infuriating thing, especially when it happens to you. But let's see what actually like led to this and like what causes, etc. I'm really intrigued to see how he called this.
Friday breakdown on my couch, saw this highlight, had to go check out what happened, had to see more. Stomont for the Royals. Don't know who you are, don't know if I'm saying that right. I know who you are now because your stuff is nasty. Check this out. He's got a 1-2 count and he just throws a pitch 100 miles per hour, center, middle, mid-center, and the ump doesn't give him the call, and he looks at the ump, he says, was it high?
That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was high. He turns around and says, but no, okay, weird. Why does this ump hate me? Is it because of my man bun? I mean, look at this pitch.
That's literally perfect.
If that is high to you, you're high, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Drug test this umpire, I think. He might be high. MLB probably not want me to say that. I don't think the umpire is high. I just think he missed the most blatant strike call you could miss. Meanwhile, Stomont throws 100 dotted, then he goes curveball, then he goes another curveball. How are you supposed to hit that 100 and that 84 curveball? Who the hell is this guy? Should I know him? I know him now. I guess we should all know.
It's interesting to me how he doesn't know who he is. It's with baseball, like our team's like roster's so big, certain players just people aren't familiar with, or is Jomboy just not like ingrained in certain teams and certain, like, is he just not focused on players, etc.? Like I'm guessing, like would the average person know most players from each team, or is that just not a thing that is really in baseball? Like if that makes sense, because that surprises me he's not really familiar with a pitcher. Like, but again, maybe he just isn't into that sort of like, he doesn't know rosters and certain teams. He just sort of focuses on the actual gameplay.
No, Stomont? What is this ump doing all the time? I didn't really go into this breakdown with a plan. I'm just kind of befuddled.
Yeah, he just seems like shocked.
Does he hate him? Because I just don't understand how this.
How do you call that wrong?
Isn't called a strike.
He's shocked.
Like, you know, right there.
But seeing his like sort of shock from that, and how bamboozled he sounds and seems, it's a fair sort of representation of what I'm guessing the average baseball fan would think about this. It's an awful call. That is a terrible call, and that, like, as a player, that's gonna. He didn't actually react too poorly. Like, there'd be some players out there who'd flip their shit, and rightly so, from that. But he took it and he just sort of like went on with it. But that was a nasty pitch. I don't know how you say that's not like a good pitch, and how you sort of don't allow it, like when it's right down the middle. The ump, yeah, stinker from the ump. It probably came in so fast, ump was like, oh shit, where the hell was that? But blink for a second, Starman is probably the best reliever right now. His stuff is nasty, but he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Ump should be grateful there isn't a crowd to cuss him out. Yeah, the crowd would go mad. This is why people don't take umps seriously. If that is high to you, you are high. Is a great line from Jomboy. Jomboy, I didn't really prepare for this. Neither did I, Jomboy. Neither did I. I've seen pitches like this called a ball when a catcher was setting up outside and the pitcher misses his spot, but not like this where the catcher doesn't move and the pitch is perfect. If that's high to you, you're high. Quite frankly, drug test umpire, he must think I think. He says some fucked up shit, but I love it, man. You just seem confused, and rightly so. This is a really weird situation. Like, this is just really poor umping, poor officiating. It was pretty obvious, like, it was, and someone who's done this job, I'm guessing for 10, 20, 30 years possibly, should know whether that's a right or wrong call. And yeah, so that's an awful decision. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on this? Like, have you seen this yet, or is this the first time you're seeing it? Because, like, yeah, that's a really odd call. And if that was in, like, the playoffs, mate, like if it was in a situation where it could, like, affect the team, man, see, like, the reaction to that would be incredibly, like insane. Like, on Twitter, etc., I could see people going wild over calls like that from umps because they can determine how games finish, man. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Until next time, like, subscribe, and peace.